Greetings, family, near and far, far and wide, on planet, off planet, in the planet. Done how it goes already. If your nature's agreeable, then you know what? Step forward. Disagreeable, step back. I will now no more time for that. Come.
Oh, yeah. A wise man once said that the greatest work that you can do is unseen. And you know me, I'm really internal. And yeah, we're back with Ladycrowne. And we don't stay down, we stay up. And we don't chat pop because it's real talk. Episode 80, number 8.
Infinity.
Infinity and beyond, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shouts to Buzz out there. But yeah, man. Greetings to you all. I'm in Ross trying to squeeze
Trying to
through,
come
you
through the
know,
clouds.
trying to squeeze. But you know, it's all good. What's goody to everyone out there? Hope you're all well out there. Hope you all keep on living your best life, man. And greetings to you all, man. Yeah, there's so many things going on. But like I like to say, a lot of it is a big distraction. You got to be tapping into the laws of attraction. But we're going to get into it because it's all about giving out information that can make people realize what's really going on. You know what I mean? And look at it from your own perspective as well. Don't just listen to everybody out there. Listen to your internal truth. You know what I mean? Because trust me, you got this greater awareness when you really tap in and realize what the truth is for you. Because trust me, life's all about perception, baby. But blessings to you all out there. Bring Ladycrowne in. And what you saying, Ladycrowne? Because I know you got a whole heap of downloads that you need to upload.
Listen, everybody that's here in this day and this time, don't tell me that you haven't realised that everything just has speed up, and if it's not this, if it's not this, it's that, all kind of things. It's all starting to unravel. Do you know what I'm saying? So this is the order out of the chaos, because this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? We talked about it a year ago, 2 years ago, what was going to come down the pipe, and we're actually in it now. This is the eye of the storm, and anytime you know something coming, you prepare. Prepare your mind, your body, and your soul for what's going to occur, because it is. You know what I'm saying? Even if they manufacture it, and you know what I mean when I say that, it going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. You know, but one thing they can't do is control the universe. They're not the greater power. They are infinitesimal compared to the creation. You know what I'm saying? They have no control. You know, they said that this winter was going to be, harsh and all the rest of it, and people were going to freeze in their homes. Well, people might have been a bit colder because they didn't put the heating off for whatever reason, or smart meter lock off, and they don't have the money, so therefore it's called voluntary, cold. You ain't got no money, you can't put no heating on, so you have to sit down and eat. But we've had some amazing weather. And look at the weather that we've had. And I can only speak from our experience over here, in England and the city that we're in. It's been absolutely amazing. This January, February months, sometimes they're the coldest. And if we do get snow, trust me, that's when it falls. Is it yet to come? Well, it could be, but guess what we're heading towards? Spring. You know what I'm saying? We're coming in towards spring. So man can come with his machines and his, whatever he wants to perpetrate on his fellow men and women out here. The universe will just hold them hand. Literally hold them hand and stop them in them tracks. And it's like, wow, we've done this and we've done that, but look what's happening. They don't have control over that. You know what I'm saying? We as a collective, and I think because hearts and minds of men and women are coming together, and collectively we are saying, no, sir, we don't want none of this. The universe is saying, all right, they're waking up. Let's assist them. You know what I'm saying? Because this is oh my God, it's a simulation. I mean, the higher beings are just kind of like looking down and thinking, what the backside are they doing? But this has been going on for 6,000 years. I've no mistake, but the reign is over. The 6,000-year reign is over. And like I told you before, when you did their ride, the way of having it nice and high. You don't want to come down onto a low. You want to stay up there, which is what these, I don't know what to call them, these entities out there want to do. Because you might hear them or see them and think, oh yeah, Mr. So-and-so, so-and-so. Yo, they're not even human. You know what I'm saying? And I should take that back. They are, because they are the real monsters. You know what I mean? We're the men and women. These look like us, walk, talk like us, but guess what? Them not have no heart. They're wicked. And you think, well, how could somebody do something like that? Well, they're not like you and me. They weren't made, in the image of the Creator. They were fashioned out of whatever they've come from. They're Nephilims. It's as simple as that, you know. So change is here, but guess what? Embrace the change, because change has to come in order for us to go through the rough. We have to go through the rough to come up to this move, and that's what's happening on the planet. So embrace all of it. Have no fear, and just prepare. That kind of rhymed, in it.
Yeah, tap into the love frequency, baby. You know what I mean? Trust me, you'll be living real good. Like Sebi would say. Trust me. Shout out to my brother, Dr. Sebi. But yeah, man, the universe reacts to energy. So when you change your energy to love, light, and that good ass energy, you'll see a lot of changes within your life. And this is why when people have a global meditation, the whole energy shifts on the planet, because everyone feels it, baby. Oh yeah, you get me? So trust me, that's why I say to people, you have to harness your energy in this present moment and create from there, because if you're always drifting back to the past, and more time for a lot of people is to do with their issues and negativity, you're going to attract that back into your life. You get me? You have to realize how powerful you are. When great minds come together, it moves mountains. You get me? We've got the power, but a lot of us aren't unified. This is why we got the power. Trust me. Real life. Like, but when we're separate, we're powerless, man. We become powerless because the collective psyche and consciousness creates reality. You know, shouts to Penny Kelly out there. She says a lot of us need to take responsibility for our own consciousness, for our own way of living. And until we do that, things aren't really going to change on our planet. But don't get it twisted. A lot of people are waking up, man. In millions, trust me, millions of people.
Millions all over the world.
The information's going boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Like they can't hide it. No. They can't hide the truth.
Can't hide the body count either. You know what I'm saying? It's stacking up. They really are.
Yeah, man.
I mean, last week we sent out prayers and our thoughts for the
Turkey and Syria.
Turkey and Syria. But we also said to sort of like practice some discernment, and really look at the overarching issues, and and we talked about those machines that they have all over the place. Well, 18 of them, and one of them being in Alaska called the heart machine. And then we watched videos with
you got to shout
Ralph.
Yeah.
And what you tell him, STS, what Ralph was saying about it?
And got to shout him out. Shout out to Real Nagas as well.
Real Nagas,
yeah. He said that there's 18 other heart machines out there.
So what about the signs that they had prior to
you're talking about the signs?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the signs. Yeah, I put it on the Telegram channel. Shout out to all the Telegram members out there. Yeah, the signs were birds.
Thousands of birds.
You pass one guy's
heading
car.
in the direction.
Heading in the other direction.
I would have turned around, This is it like that. Me say, where them I go?
That's a massive sign.
Yeah.
And also 18 days before the earthquake, there was a UFO. There was a UFO in the sky.
Yeah, there's some
like
I don't know what to call it. Some cloud, this overhanging cloud, but really weird shape and everything.
Yeah. Then the last sign was one dog howling.
Oh my God.
Just before the earthquake hit. So that was a dog giving a sign, because the animals are more in touch. With the frequency of the universe.
Oh, they can feel it. They can feel it. Trust me.
The signs were there.
The signs were there. Then on the geopolitical scale, you had Ukraine wanted to join NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Now, if Ukraine joined NATO, then UN troops could position themselves. Guess where? You got it, right on Russia's border, because Ukraine and Russia are one country, are one landmass. Yeah. So Turkey blocked it, because in order for another country to join, all the other countries have to agree. So it can't be like all 50 say yeah and 2 say no. They say, all right, it carry. All 52 have to say yes. So what did Turkey do? They blocked it, didn't they?
Blocked it, yeah.
Yo, they were next minute, man's closing down their embassies. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, out of nowhere, biggest one they've ever had in their country. Come on, man. Come on. You know what I'm saying? When we know that the world is just a stage, and everything that you see out there has already been pre-planned 20, 30 years ago. They've already written the news that we're talking about today. That's what they do. And you call it current news. No, it's not current news. You know what I'm saying? Because it's what it's a movie. And we're in it.
It's a timeline, isn't it?
Yeah.
Get me?
Yeah. But there was I can't remember if I get the video up again. I'll see if I can post it on the Telegram, where the Turkish minister, they were not happy and literally referring to the fact that this thing come about because man did certain things. Yeah. So, the balloon over America, that they said the Chinese spy balloon. When you hear these things, you have to laugh. All right then, this balloon comes into your airspace from nowhere, and you left it there for how many days before you shoot it down, and you call it a Chinese spy balloon? Listen, the Chinese have got satellites up there, so we can look and read the newspaper where you are reading at your living room. Why would they need a freaking spy balloon? You know what I'm saying? It's all theatre. All of it's theatre. Now we're hearing about the UFOs now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the UFOs. Yeah, the UFOs. All sorts going on. Right? But like I was saying earlier, it's all a distraction.
Everything.
Because all they're trying to do is control your focus.
Exactly, because, and your thoughts.
Shout out to my mentor out there. One of his quotes, he said that a lack of focus is the death to all potential. And so focus time, without focus time, you can't manifest what you truly want to manifest. So as long as your focus is drifting outside of you all the time, you're not able to stay here.
You can't.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
You get me? This is why they love to give you these fear-based news, like all this bad news, because they know a lot of people are addicted to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then they make it even more evident by speaking about it. This is why celebrities love doing mad things as well, because they know people are attracted to that. Yeah. So it gets them to talk. Like Ye, when Ye was going up on one.
Yeah. Where's he gone? Yo, man.
Yeah, he's gone now. Like, because it was all a distraction.
Little clone.
It was all a distraction. What's the look? I mean, tapped into that like that. No, but you're right though, because a lot of the celebrities are not real. No. They're literally clones. They're cloned off, and a lot of people don't realize this. Down to Eminem, so many of them. I could mention. We've spoke about it before. You get me? When you really tap into the real truth, you realize it is a big stage, man. Yeah. And you got to take your power back and realize you better put yourself on the main stage. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So you have a message to spread. You have something to talk about. Yeah. Instead of allowing them to shape your reality, you stop shaping it. You know what I mean? Take your power back. Take it back. Take it back. I mean, the energy on the planet is changing. The polar shift. Yeah, let's talk about the polar shift where north is flipping to south. You know what I'm saying? So literally everything's going to go like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But they want to keep you away from that. That's why some of the birds have been dropping, I think, because they're tapped into the north and south. Yeah. Because they're tapped into how the universe is really working and how the planet's really shifting. So when these polar shifts are happening, it's changing the frequencies of the animals as well. Yeah. You get me? So, and it does with us as well. Absolutely. We feel it as well. We feel the changes. Yeah, we're evolving, man. We are changing as we speak. You know what I'm saying? There's still going to be those that are very much into, they believe what the government tells them and, take whatever bullshit's been fed to them and swallow it and say, yeah, that was yummy. You're still going to have them dumbasses on the planet, because guess what? That's just how it goes. But those of us that do, open up the eye and the ears and feel what's taking place, we'll be in a much better position. You know what I'm saying? Because we've been upgraded. You know what I'm saying? And key thing here, you need to really transition to raising your energy, because if you still got those dense energies, it's going to affect you in a bad way. You can't receive because them, the earth is ascending and we have to ascend with it. Yeah. Otherwise we can't live here. Yeah. You get me? We've got to go. So you got to realize it's going to be a big transformation happening. New men and women, I was going to say human, but new men and women are going to be, they're going to be evolving. Absolutely. Trust me. And that's what a lot of these people are scared of. They know about the universe. They know that new energy is coming onto the planet and it's going to shift our frequency to connect back with our higher senses, our higher power, our higher self. Yeah. Remember, we're truly powerful. Yeah. A lot of us have been programmed. Absolutely. You know what I mean? They don't want that, so therefore they're going to put you in a situation where you are now just focused on keeping a roof over your head, keeping fed, keeping warm. You see what I'm saying? You see how they just because we're giving everything to them. They were mommy and daddy. Yeah. Government tit. They've had us on it.
So when they now decide to draw it away, everybody's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I can't manage. That's just showing you that you can't have somebody else, something else responsible for you, where you sleep, what you eat. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't have that power. We've given it to them. It's time to take it back. Provide for yourself, provide for your family, grow your own food. Do you know what I'm saying? Learn new skills. You know, off medical fire.
Yeah, man. Skill sets.
Skill sets.
I'm telling you. To have a skill set.
Sit there in an office, you know, fingers tapping away, and after 30 years, you're talking about you got carpal damage because my wrist, she has been typing for 30 years. Yeah. Yo, tell me how typing can make you go up there and do little farming, plant little something, do something for yourself, because you've just been, you know, a white collar worker. White collar workers are being wiped out right about now, especially in the tech industry. Yahoo, Amazon, they're getting rid of them hand over fist. Microsoft. So these are well-paid men and women, but all they can do is use their hand and type and do designs and stuff. But that can't feed you. You know? And when they say, you know, pat your bags, Chuck, you know, thanks for your service, but we're no longer, I mean, they don't even call you into a room and sit down there and tell you, oh, well, your company's going through a certain river. They get you on a Zoom, 30,000 people on a Zoom, and tell people that they've been sacked. That's how much they care about us. That's how much they love you. We love y'all. Yo.
You gotta love yourself. Trust me.
Love
you know
yourself.
We're on the same vibration. But you gotta love yourself.
Love yourself.
Self-love is
and
key, man.
Do for yourself.
Yeah, man.
The judicial notice and the constitution on mkchristopher.com's website. You can go on there, download that. I think there's also the video showing you what to do, so you can start sending it out. It's making real waves throughout the world, trust me, because it's banning the use of these words that they've used to hold men and women down. Do you know what I'm saying? So go onto that website, also share it with your family and friends, tell them to also go there, download the stuff, and just send it off to your, you know, your leaders of your council, your MPs, send it to Rishi Washi, send it to the all of them. Because the more of us that do it, the more they're going to have to take notice. And they already are, just by, you know, the students and the champions and other people that are involved with the Federal Postal Court doing what we're doing. It's causing ripples. They are starting to pay attention because they've got no choice but to. And things, I mean, in regards to the Federal Postal Court, lots and lots of things are coming to come forward because from what Mark was saying last night, we was doing a Zoom with him, that, you know, things are positioning himself in such a way that he now can do the things that perhaps he was thinking about doing next year or 2 years from now. He can now start implementing them now, you know, literally with regards to the, you know, the vessels in dry dock, what they call courts and stuff like that, banning them, literally selling them to cease and desist, bailiffs, because it's all fraudulent. And there's so-called legislation and acts out there, the Fraud Act. Do you know what I mean? There's an act that prevents you from committing fraud. Yet that's what these corporations have been doing to men and women for forever. You know? Now they've been called out on it under penalty of perjury. They have to stop. They have to cease and desist. And we're not, you know, saying, you know, can you, will you, or please don't knock at my door. No. I'm telling them for tappy. Literally all those companies that are registered with Companies House, and those, thousands and thousands of bailiff companies registered at Companies House. Well, none of them should be there. So, you know, letters will be sent out to the powers that be, so to speak, to tell them to cease and desist. You know what I mean? Because all it's doing is adding to the woes of men and women out there who are already finding themselves in a situation whereby they're struggling because they've drank the Kool-Aid and become very comfortable on the plantation. You've got what's his name in London, the mayor of London. We can't see him fierce now with the ultra low emission zones that he's setting up all over the place. People have to pay £12 a day to drive their car. Listen, it belongs to us. They're put in place to serve us, not to persecute us. And that's what they're doing. More and more people are saying, you know what, we've had enough. We have had enough. And all over the world, I'm telling you, France, there were over 1 million people, and they're just, I'll say they just like I'm downplaying it, but they were out because they're raising the pension age from 62 to 64. Well, they ain't got any pension money. They haven't got any money, period. Anything that any man or woman is paid into their so-called pension and you haven't already received it, let me tell you something, it not there. It's gone. So they can raise the age as much as they have to raise the age because, oh, that gives another 2 years that we can get them to work for before we pay them out. They know they're never going to pay you out because the system is going to change. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that.
You just reminded me of something, you know. By the end of the year, in the UK, they're planning to have everyone with a digital ID. So people gotta be aware of this and start pushing back. You know, start talking to the politicians, the council leaders, all of them.
That's why they need to start
pushing back.
You have to
say that you don't want this digital ID. You want
It's all done. It's all done by consent. Yeah. And remember, this is going to be the central bank, which is the Bank of England, which is a private corporation. Yeah. Where did they come into messing about with the currency for the country that you live in? So if you say nothing, don't make a sound. Guess what? Oh, we're told we're doing it. Yeah. Nobody said out, so we're going to do it. You see what I'm saying? They're governed by consent, and this is a private corporation. Corporations that interact with men and women, so that shouldn't be there anyway. All of them central banks, wherever they are in the world, need to go. But if you acquiesce and go along to get along, because trust me, they're going to bribe people. Let me say, we'll put 5,000 digital pounds, brick coins into your wallet. A lot of people are going to get excited. Ooh, give me this. Listen, they've got this before they print the money out of thin air. Now they just get some digits on a screen and send it to your digital wallet, and you feel excited. They're going to track and control your arse. Trust me. But they're going to get people so desperate because we're not looking about ourselves. We're not coming together in communities and forming our own way of bartering. I can sew. You know what I mean? So I can make clothes. Well, okay, then here's a silver coin. Can you make me a suit? We're not going to do that. If we don't do that, then they're going to control everything. Literally. And that's what they're trying to do with this central bank digital currency. I told you about the Naira in Nigeria. How the people then was like, they're not having it. So they're making it more and more restrictive with regards to their banking and actually charging them more for using cash because they want you into the central bank digital currency. Because once they got you there, you're fair near. As my ma would say. Well, just let me, because I got this article up. Have you gone to the,
no.
Yeah, it's all right, STS. If you go onto the Bank of England website, there's a consultation document on there where you can actually click on it and leave your responses and what have you. But, this thing's been set up from time. Okay, so we've got the digital pound will be a new type of money issued by the Bank of England. Central bank, for everyone to use for day-to-day spending. You'll be able to use it in-store, online to make payments. This type of money is known as central bank digital currency, CBDC. What have I been talking about for the last 2 years? Now tell you about this thing here. Okay. You may also hear it being called digital sterling or even Bitcoin. We call the UK version of the CBDC the digital pound. You need to tell me where to shove that. The digital pound would be denominated in sterling and its value would be stable, just like banknotes. When did they become stable? £10 in digital pounds would always have the same value as a £10 note, which is probably about 2 pence if they tell you the real truth. If we introduce it, you hear them say, it would not replace cash for now until we start using it properly. We know we know being able to use cash is important for many people. That's why we will continue to issue it for as long as people want to keep using it. Don't believe them, fam. The minute you take that crap, cash gone. Don't believe them. I lie them, I tell.
Don't believe them, fam.
The digital pound would not be a cryptocurrency or crypto asset. Now, for me, red flag right there, sir. So if it's not, so they want to keep you away from yourself. It would not be a cryptocurrency. Why? Because cryptocurrencies, if you choose the right ones, are decentralized. What does that mean? Nobody controls your asset. Your Bitcoin is in your wallet, and nobody now have access to it. They can't block it. They can't do anything. But you have one of these digital brick pound or whatever they want to call it wallet, and you decide that you're going to go on a protest. Don't like the way the council's treating me. Hey, guess what? You ain't spending nothing. You got no money. You got a speeding ticket. Chop, man, I pay that. Make them go away. They'll just access it out of your digital wallet. That's the control that central banks have had for the longest time, and now they want to continue to have that in this new era in time. The only thing that is that they'll control every aspect of your life. You cannot let this happen. Trust me.
Can I say something?
Go on, my youth.
I love your energy. You get me? Because it's uplifting. It's not just about what you're saying, it's the energy behind it.
Yeah.
Shouts to my unks out there. They slipped up. That way I deal with. You know, that energy, that spirit. I love these spirits that really bring a presence with them and that uplifting energy. A lot of us need that, man, because there's a lot of people dwelling, you know what I mean? Like they're living in hell when you're dwelling, man.
Yeah.
You know, uplift yourself and realize that you've got the power, man.
We've got the power.
You trust me, and as long as you really believe that, and you need to know as well, trust me, you'll grow.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Let me just
finish up before you.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Get onto the Bank of England website, right? Do the consultation, you know what I mean? And send it to families and friends. Just tell them, say, no, we don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Let your voice be heard, because this is their consultation period. Up until the 23rd of June, you can voice your opinion. So if nobody goes on there and says, you know what, shove that where the sun don't shine, you dirty drunk, yo, use different words if you want to. We don't want to be trapped in control, whatever. If you don't do that, then they're going to say, guess what? Your silence is your consent.
Trust me, it's an answer.
That's why we've talked about this throat chakra, and we'll continue to talking about the throat chakra, because guess what? If somebody have their hand around your blast, your throat, and I squeeze it, and you just make them squeeze it, and you don't say to them, yeah, kill me. Yeah, they can't breathe. Then you're dead, innit?
Yeah.
So that's what you've got to do. Use your voice chakra and say to them, I don't think so. This is not what I want. For me, for my children and my children, I don't want that kind of world. And as long as they've come with this, it's a competition to the cryptos. They've done what they've done with FTX and met people, because people talking to me about the FTX exchange going down that never spoke about crypto before. And you see, the only time they spoke about it was when this FTX exchange went down, and how much billions people lost. What was that to do? To keep you away from it.
Yeah.
It's all done by design. Nothing is coincidence. Sam Bankman-Fried. Nobody now hearing him call again, because he played his little part. Yeah? In getting the world to see what was happening with cryptocurrency. And we don't want no part of it. Because when you don't want any part of it, guess what you're going to take? What the government's giving you. And it's not even the Treasury and the Bank of England, which is one and the same, because the Bank of England control the Treasury. Whoever prints the money for the country that you live in, control the country. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? So do not be fooled. Do not be deceived by these vipers out there. The serpent them.
Okay, Ladycrowne. Okay.
Get yourself involved. Set up a wallet. Get on the internet. There's so much information out there. God. And just have something outside of that.
Yeah.
So you can operate in the private as well as in the public. But if that's all you've got, which is what you've had for the longest time with their notes, which they're now saying belongs to them, always has them, because it's not yours. It was printed up by the Bank of England. It belongs to them. You work for their money that they print out of thin air. And I'm saying work. Some people bust sweat. Yeah, you pay it into their banks, so no more pay it back. It's a direct transfer into your banks, or backs payment, and then it belongs to them because you've now loaned it to them. You're now a creditor. So the bank goes down, so do you. And will there be bail-ins? Of course there will. You think they're good? Nobody now, not for print up. So yeah, the banking system crashes them. They'll bail in people's money. They'll take it. And don't worry, they'll give you stocks in the shares in a bank that's already collapsed. But you can have shares.
1 million, just gathering it back.
Okay.
I have to tap in. Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. If a caterpillar can turn into a butterfly, what can you turn into? Think about it. You get me?
Yeah.
Trust me. You're limitless, man. You know that power that Neo has in the Matrix. You've got that. You just need to activate that junk DNA, which isn't...
It's not junk DNA. That's what they call it.
is not junk DNA.
Yeah.
It's DNA that just hasn't been activated yet for you to use. So you have to keep tapping in, you know. Me and Ladycrowne are going to do a meditation after this, blessing of the energy centers. And trust me, when you really tap into your chakras, your root chakra to your crown chakra, you'll realize how powerful you are. Because you see these chakras, they've got information installed within them, emotions, everything's installed in these chakras. And a lot of people down here, they're all the way down in the lower chakras. That's why they're dealing with fear, survival. They're not dealing with love, baby. Oh yeah. And the more that we can deal with the low frequencies, the more that we can transform into a limitless being, an infinite being, a divine being. Trust me, you're truly powerful, man. Don't put your head down. Keep on keeping strong, you know? Keep strong, man. Because trust me, this journey is going to send you a lot of tests.
Oh.
A lot of tests. Because one thing I realized, that key thing here, yeah? The light and the darkness is actually the same thing. Why? Because it's all down to your perception, yeah? So just keep on working on the perception of yourself and the world, and realize that you're creating reality within your mind first, then outside second. So as long as you work on your mind, nothing can trouble you out there, because you'll become an alchemist and you won't allow external events to govern your internal condition. You get me? And it's so key for us to be able to transform energy right now, because trust me, they're not going to stop pushing that negativity on you. It's how you respond to it that determines the outcome.
Yeah.
You get me? Keep strong, man. We're there with you. You know?
All the way.
All the way, baby.
All the way. Yeah, keep on, keep the pressure on your MPs, hold them accountable, your councillors, because believe it or not, these men and women that are occupying these seats are just none the wiser. They really truly are ignorant to what's happening. You know more than they do. You know what I mean? I remember writing back in 2020 and saying, you know, contacting the leader for the council and the CEO and the director for public health, and sending them liability notices about the, you know, the bang bang boogie that they wanted to introduce, and just being totally ignored. But nonetheless, I still sent those documentations of, and I've got copies of them. If they ever need them to go into a real court, then you know those documents can be presented as evidence, because I sent it to them to make them aware of what was happening and what the potential harms could be, way before people started to be injured by these things. Now, I know I've talked about the 5G and the smart meters and what have you, but most people, you know, when they talk about their smart meters and their smart watches and their smart this and smart, they don't even know what smart means. It's an acronym, yeah? So let me just tell you, for those of you that don't know, smart meters: secret, militarized, armament and residential technology. That's what your smart is. Whatever it is that you've got that's smart, that's exactly what it is. Sounds battlefield type thing, don't it? Militarized armament. And that's what people have got in their homes. So keep up the pressure. Email them, send them letters. You have to do something. The time to be, you know, sitting on your hands and twiddling your thumbs. Oh, I don't know what to do. If it's a fight for your survival and for you to continue to thrive on this planet, then you've got to do what you've got to do. And if that means alerting your ignorant councillors, because remember, they're all affiliated to some party, whether it be the Conservative, Labour, Social Democrats, whoever they are, they're affiliated to those parties, so they'll toe the party line. And that means that they won't question anything. They'll just go along, because they're very much like pawns. They're like pawns. That's exactly what they are. That's why they're in those positions. And I know, I mean, let's put it this way, if I was to become a councillor, I'd have to be an independent councillor, because I could not be affiliated to any of those parties out there. And I was very vocal. So I guess they're probably like, you know, try the best to get rid of me or shut me down, because you're going to find that when you do stand up and you look round, are you one? Nobody on the left, nobody on the right, because sometimes it just takes one man and one woman to stand up and say, hang on a second, King ain't got no clothes on. In the kid. You get what I'm saying? So that's what we have to do. And the time is now, especially with what's happening with the federal postal courts. Even if you don't go onto the website and download those documents, there are other men and women out there doing it. I would urge you to do it, But there are those of us out there, I'm talking about thousands, hundreds of thousands that are doing it. This is all over the world. Yeah? So trust me, things are happening. There's always polarity. You're going to get the rough, but guess what? The smooth's right there as well, you know. But if all you do is look and see the all day, and you never look and see your blessings.
Wherever your focus goes, your energy flows.
You're blessed. Yeah, every second of every day.
Trust me, you're blessed.
You wake up.
Countless blessings that we don't take notice
We
of.
don't acknowledge.
You
know what I mean? We don't give thanks for. All of your little internal organs, them.
All of that.
You know what I mean? You're not telling yourself to breathe. You're not regulating a heartbeat.
You're not blessing your energy centers. Going back to the meditation, you're not blessing your body.
You have to.
And when you're not doing that, you're doing the opposite.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Polarity. So if you're gonna moan about, oh, it's broke me nail, just had them done, cost me £30. Yo, shut your mouth. Give thanks. Give thanks. Trust me, because it's a blessing. Truly, it's a blessing to be here in this day, in this time, to be experiencing the life that you're experiencing. Remember, we shape our realities.
Yeah, every single second.
Trust me. Yo, so therefore, when people say, "Oh, I'm seeing Fraser," I'm absolutely fantastic, wonderful. Life couldn't be better.
Yeah.
I get the weirdest and strangest looks. Trust me, because you can see the straining of them fears and the pressure they're upon them. Not me, because I refuse to buy into the bullshit.
Because what you've done is you found a way out.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't find a way
free
out,
at last,
then you're locked in.
You're funny.
You see what I mean? And the people that are locked in, they can't express love.
No.
Very hard.
No.
Because you're dealing with fear. Yeah. So you can't express love. Mm-hmm. So this is why it's so key for us to really tap in and realize we all need to find a way out. We need to help each other. Yeah. Because the more that we can do that,
it's like that move, innit? Get out. You know, when you're in that
you better get out of the sunken place. Trust me, it's not no joke. Because the illusions are all around.
Yeah, they show you throughout all of their movies. You're in a sunken place, so you got to get out, fam.
So when you're seeing the posters and that, when the guy had the glasses on, you'll see him fear, you'll see him obey, you'll see it, because all the illusions are there, symbolism, they work on this, Disney does, you know, puts all the symbolism in the cartoons, Simpsons, everything's predicted. Yeah. Get me the predicted Donald Trump, they predicted
9/11, everything.
Predicted 9/11.
How can they predict
How can they predict that? Why? Because they know what's going on.
They know what's happening
before it happens. Yeah. Trust me, it's all life.
Everything's planned way in advance. So anything that you see,
it's a big act.
It's one big act, big stage. It's a Shakespearean play. Simple as that.
So one man are like, oh, you see what happened?
Yeah.
Them man behind the scenes are laughing like, look upon them.
Yeah.
You know what them ones there?
Yeah.
Because it's entertainment for these lot.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah. Yeah. Just me. These satanic cabal. That's what they are. That's what they do. And it's time to call them out for who and what they are. You know what I mean? Don't buy into it anymore. Trust me. Whatever you see going off, you better know. All done by design, all orchestrated. The loss of life that's already taken place on this planet and will take place to come. Trust me, is orchestrated to be that way. What can you do about it? Ask yourself, what can you do about it? What can we do about it as a collective?
You can speak up. You can take action.
Exactly.
You can transform your life.
Absolutely.
Simple.
Don't just sit there.
Don't sit there and wait for things to occur.
Exactly.
You get me? You got to move.
You got to.
You know, the creators gave you this beautiful system to do things. Not to sit there and look up. Because all he's going to do, or she, is just look down.
Spit now, yeah. Look up, I know, pray and beg.
May I send you some rain and some sunlight.
Yeah.
Because that's all you're going to get. You get me? Because it comes down to you.
Absolutely.
Real life.
Absolutely, it does. We're the gods up in this place. You better know.
Trust me, the gods and the goddesses. Trust me.
That's who and what we are. They've made you think as human.
External.
And you're only this and you're only that. And I can only... And they've given you all of that to take you away from your greatness. Because they know. They know how great we are. Mighty, powerful men and women. And the shift that's taking place on the planet and the new energy that's coming about is to upgrade us. You know what I'm saying?
Upgrade our consciousness.
Yep.
Upgrade our awareness. And the way we look at life.
Absolutely.
Very simple.
Yeah.
You know? And the more that we can do, oh my God. I keep on saying it so it resonates with people. We need to do more because this yapping business, even though we do this real talk, we're doing more than we speak. Trust me. Trust me.
Way more.
We live this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is just a little snippet. 5%, like I like to say. The 95% is what you really need to tap into to improve your life. Real life.
Absolutely. Action,
man.
there you go. See the pen there. It's mightier than the sword. Use it. And I'm saying, pen your thoughts and send it to whoever you want to send it to. Instruct your government, instruct your MPs, instruct your councils what to do, because that's what they're waiting for. Because the lunatics, them gone off of their head. So therefore, you go right to them and say to them, yo, what you know? We're not down with that. Do you know what I'm saying? Take it all back, but use this. It don't matter you.
Yeah, I can feel it. I can feel it. Trust me, real life. Yeah, understand on this. It's a flip, no rehearsal, no script, no acting going on. That's what we're dealing with out here. And yeah, keep working on your mind, body, and soul in order to achieve your goals, because we're there with ya.
Spiritually.
You don't know, bro and sis. Stay blessed. And yes, STS and Ladycrowne over and out. Peace and blessings.
Peace, my people.
Peace.